We are tracking Typhoon Neoguri today, moving off there towards the west and rapidly intensifying over top of very warm sea surface temperatures, actually about 2 to 3 degrees above normal, low vertical wind shear, and all these factors combined had this storm system develop from a relatively weak tropical storm during the morning hours on Friday, and by 2200 Japan Standard Time, developed into the second named typhoon of 2014. Hi everyone, meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you today, and this is during the overnight hours here on Friday and the Saturday morning, doing this live update here for you at westernpacificweather.com. The next update will be made at Friday morning by weathercaster Pat. And then don't forget, on Sunday, we're going to be doing a live cast with several meteorologists and some people from Okinawa as well, answering all your questions you may have on this very intense storm system. Look at the water vapor imagery right here. You have plenty of moisture within it, and it's moving away from Guam now. And good riddance on it if you are in Guam. I know it brought some very foul weather out here for any of you that were celebrating the 4th of July holiday, American holiday, which is also celebrated across the Mariana Islands. But I heard that did bring some damaging winds, a few downed tree limbs, plus a few down power lines as well as a storm system rolled overhead. Now it's headed out to open ocean, but that's not good news. Very warm sea surface temperatures, and as I mentioned, low vertical wind shear is all going to be playing a major role in this storm system as it heads off there. So where is it going? Well, this is the track from westernpacificweather.com. Remember, this is not an official track. This is actually my thoughts and analysis on this storm system, expecting it to continue to intensify up to about the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane before it moves over Okinawa there by Tuesday morning. The Japan Meteorological Agency already has storm warnings or typhoon warnings in place for the southern Japanese islands, indicating that in about 72 hours, there's a high chance you're going to be seeing winds of 50 knots or greater. I do know that no T-core conditions have been changed for those of you in the military into the Okinawa area, but do not be completely caught off guard. Please do not be completely caught off guard if those do start to change as we head through Saturday and Sunday. And I think at this time, no one's really mentioned it there. Latest I've seen on the Cadena Facebook page was actually telling people to stay hydrated over the weekend. I actually found that kind of amusing, given the fact that there is a typhoon headed into your direction. You definitely want to be preparing about that and not worried about other factors at this time. That is the latest Japan Meteorological Agency track. Take a look at the track from the U.S. military for that matter. They are also expecting this to really intensify up to about 130, gusting to 160 knot winds. That is super typhoon intensity just off the eastern seaboards of Okinawa there. The only good news with this track, at least from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, is that it does take the storm system east of Okinawa, Naha, and all the military installations out there. Bad news is it's still strong. Now, what I mean by the good news is going east. If it went towards the west, that would put you in the right front quadrant, the worst of this storm system. Winds are typically higher there, especially with this starting to move there towards the north. We're going to get drier inflow wrapping around the western periphery, and that would allow a little bit of weakening on the western periphery. My personal thoughts, though, I would not be surprised if this moves a little bit farther there towards the west. We have a high-pressure ridge off there over the Ogasawara Islands, and at least at this time, this doesn't show any indications of weakening out here. Now, this is just something I made up earlier, and it's just showing you the strengths of this subtropical ridge extending off of this high pressure. That is really going to determine if you there in Okinawa, or most of the southern Japanese islands for that matter, get a direct hit from this storm system. If it allows this ridge to weaken a little, which very well could happen, then the storm system is going to move a little bit farther towards the east. But I don't see anything in the upper level features causing that to happen. The jet stream is very zonal at this time, and what I mean by that is that we are seeing basically a due west to east progression of the upper level jet out here. There's nothing dipping down. This is an early season storm, not a late season storm. So the high pressure ridge is going to stay in place, allowing that storm system to move off there. These are my thoughts. This definitely can change over the course of the next several days, but just given this is a 500 millibar analysis from a GFS, 500 millibar outlook from GFS, that is. Given this and several of the other model runs, I do think this is going to sway a little bit farther off there towards the west. Let's take a look at a closer look at the GFS on the ground level. Now, these are ground level winds, just showing the storm system basically running directly over those of you in the Okinawa, and this would put you in the right front quadrant here. Also, take a look at the ECMWF. This is the European model. Very similar outlook. Let's pull up our actually Meteo Earth app here, and this is from the ECMWF model as well. You can just see our storm system off here towards the south. Remember that high pressure ridge, that's these light winds just along the northern periphery of it. And as we scroll ahead through Saturday, Sunday, to Monday, this is going to move along the western periphery of that ridge. And this model, which I like, after Genesis phase, this is often verifies, the ECMWF. It typically is very good at weather forecasting out here. And that puts you right in the right side of the storm system, actually much farther west than a lot of the other ones. GFS actually takes it a little bit farther towards the east, JMA as well. No gaps just off there towards the east, and ECMWF keeps it off there towards the west. I like this model. It is the western outlier, but if it does follow through, I think that risk is just too big there to really ignore this. You should be getting ready for it at this time if you are out here, just getting prepared for that threat of some, well, significantly damaging winds at the very least, high waves. Rip current is going to be a major threat. We're heading out at the end of a long weekend. It's a holiday weekend for a lot of the military there. Not a long weekend for everybody else, but and we're heading into summer season, so a lot of people do want to hit the beach. This is definitely not going to be bringing very beautiful weather, to say the least. Actually, the JMA model shows upwards about 6 to 7 meter high waves. That is pushing 25 to 27 foot waves. If you're a boat, you want to stay out of the path of this at the very least. I know that seems very vague, but it's going to be a very intense storm system is what I am getting at. So we're going to continue to watch this through the coming days out here in the Western Pacific and Eastern Asia. Please stay tuned with us here at westpacweather.com. The next update is going to be from Weathercaster Pat here on Saturday morning. I will do another update maybe Saturday evening or Sunday morning, but don't forget Sunday evening. A bunch of us are going to get together. We're going to answer your questions. We may run a video update for an hour or 2 hours. I know a lot of you are going to be worried about this, so we're going to keep you tuned in and informed on what will be happening out here through the coming days. So as always, stay safe out there, everybody. Thanks again for watching here. If you have any of those questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down there in the comment box below. I definitely look forward to any of them. Also, if you're in western and central parts of Japan, storm system is also going to be coming off in your direction, possibly, or even into South Korea, depending on that upper level jet I showed you a second ago and how much is going to hook this. I think Kyushu is going to get whacked with some heavy rainfall. A very serious risk of flooding and landslides by Wednesday and the Thursday there for you as well. So a lot happening with this. We're going to keep you tuned in and informed on everything going on out here. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget to watch me at NHK World. That's where I am all week, Monday through Friday. This is just a screen grab from earlier on today. I was talking about the storm system on actual professional TV, not at my house on my desktop. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good day.